Hi, I'm going to share what has happened to me in the last few days. So I called into work last Friday because I had a fever. I woke up about 2 in the morning and I had a horrible headache, and I took my temperature and it was 100.6. So in a couple hours I text my supervisor and I said, hey, I'm not feeling well. I won't be into work today. And then probably about 6, I called the line that takes the calls, and I said, hey, I have a fever. I'm not coming in. And she said, I hope you're going to be okay, which was a really nice thing to say. I hope that COVID's going to treat you okay if you have it. And so I went back to sleep, and then I called my line at work. There's a COVID hotline, and I had to call them, and they told me, like what my options were. They actually told me that there is pay for, after I called HR, I found out there's pay for me to be home with COVID since they required me to be home. So I'm thankful for that. And then I called the nurse line near where I live so that I could get a COVID test, and they scheduled me for a COVID test that day. It was like 10:45. So I went in for a COVID test. I got the nose swab and everything, and it wasn't too bad. I just knew it wasn't great, so I just kind of grinned and bore it. And so then I saw another person from work who was like, there were like 3 or 4 cars, and she was in line behind me. And so then I went home and I basically sat in one of these chairs, reclined all day long, sleeping. So I would nod off almost all day long and I would sleep. And then about nighttime, then I ended up going back upstairs and I went to bed. And I continued to have a fever all day long. And the highest it was is 100.7. So that was Friday. So then Thursday was day 2. Saturday was day 2, and I had a fever all day. It started going down to like a 99.6, and then it's pretty much lasted through that second day, so 48 hours of fever. And also noticed that I had symptoms of like strange tingling and pain in my leg, and also these like waves of strange like crawling across my back pains. Fortunately, they didn't last that long. So then day 3, early in the morning, I got a call from the clinic and they said, you're positive. So then they started going through all of my quarantine requirements that and they asked who lived in my house and who I'd been in contact with at work, and so they went through all that contact tracing, and they told me that if we didn't quarantine me separate from the rest of the family, that they would have to be quarantined through January 4th, and they could be released on the 5th of January. And also that my quarantine is now 10 days because that's the new quarantine limit, and that I would have to be quarantined through December 21st, and that I could be released and go back to work on December 22nd. So today is December 20th, so I have today and tomorrow of quarantine, and what I feel like doing is at 12 a.m. is going out and taking a jog or something around the neighborhood and just like going, woo, woo, I can't believe I'm finally free. Anyway, so so then like Monday, I wasn't feeling that bad. I was feeling respiratory symptoms, and but not that bad. Some sneezing. So day like 3 through Wednesday. So from Friday to Wednesday, I had basically a little respiratory, but not much. And then on day 6, Thursday, I started, I think it was sooner than that. Anyway, I started having pink eye. So first my eye got pink, and then my whole right eyelid got puffy. and I have pictures of that. They were in the front of my video. So it was just weird. And then today I put on makeup on my eyelid, and of course I won't use my mascara again after COVID, but I could feel that my eyelid felt dry and like it had gone through some trauma. So it is, I would say that the eyelid is almost completely reduced from the symptoms of the puffiness, but that it's not, like it's pretty much healed. Also, I did put drops in my eyes. If you have that symptom, you may want to talk to your doctor. I had my own drops, so that worked out good, and I would say that whether or not they made a difference, I don't know, but I used them and they worked, and my husband, of course, freaked out, and he was like, no, don't put too much drops in, you might, you might hurt yourself. But anyway, so I would definitely say day 9 that I'm doing really well. Definitely feel a little bit dizzy and lightheaded sometimes. But other than that, I'm feeling really good, and I have high hopes that I'll be able to go back to work on Tuesday. So, thanks for watching. I hope you stay healthy and that you don't get COVID. I know that other people have had much more difficult symptoms than this. So, but I know for sure I had it. That fever for 2 days, that really, really made me know I had it. And then the pink eye thing, or whatever it was, the puffy eye thing, that was not any fun at all. So anyway, oh, also let me talk about my son. He did not have it, and we continue to like keep the bathroom clean so that I don't spread it to him. And then my husband, he felt like he has it because he actually had a fever before I did, and he had days of sleeping, solid days of just sleeping. That started before I got symptoms. Also, he basically has just been really run down for a week or so. So he did get a negative COVID test, but he really feels like he must have it, and that some people do get negative tests even if they are positive. So stay healthy, stay well, and I'll see you again. Bye.